So as you do when you're on the internet, I was scouring the best place on earth, which is of course Reddit. Everything that is everything is on this goddamn platform, including, but definitely not limited to, a whole bunch of cringy text messages. I did a video on this a little while ago and I really enjoyed doing it. So I've been looking for some that actually looked kind of realistic, and you can never tell with Reddit because, I mean it's Reddit. Jesus Christ, half the things that are on there are fucking fake as shit, but this one caught my attention because of how insane it is. This dude, I don't want to give spoilers, alright? But you're about to see a guy have an argument with himself and lose to himself. It's I've never seen anything like it in my goddamn life. But it actually had me crying with laughter when I was reading it. Because I was like, he goes through every kind of emotion possible. And like I said, at the end, ends up arguing with himself because the recipient doesn't bother to reply anymore. They're just like, well, I'll not get into spoilers. Basically, they go on a date. And it doesn't really work out. And that's basically what they say, the girl in this situation. That is what she says. And then she never replies to him again. And this guy just has a complete meltdown by himself. But, you know, we'll get into that. All right, so let's start with the messages. So it starts with the guy. Hey, are you feeling better? I assume, obviously, somehow she was ill. So she responds, definitely on the mend. Thanks for checking in. I should be free to meet up sometime this week. So it's blatantly obvious that these two have maybe matched on Tinder, or, well, I don't think they were friends given the message that she sends later on. It does seem like this is a date kind of situation and they didn't know each other prior to this. And thank God, because if they did, that friendship would be over so goddamn quick. But anyways, he continues. That's good. Okay, just let me know when you're free. So a couple of days go by and she messages him. She goes, hey, are you free tomorrow morning for a coffee? And he says, hey, yep, I am. What about 11:30 at 8020? I assume 8020 is a coffee place, maybe in America or something. I've never heard of it in the UK, so I assume it's probably, if it's not a brand, it'll be just some random freaking coffee shop. But anyway, she says, sure, sounds good. And he continues that by saying, cool. So, a pretty optimal start, if I'm being honest with you. It's going so well, this first page. The second and third page is where everything just goes fucking tits up. But this first page, ideal situation, okay? They've clearly been talking before this. He's checked up on her. She's reciprocating it. She likes it, all right? They've both made a mutual agreement to meet up at a coffee place. It couldn't get any better than this. Genuinely could not get any better than this. But we continue. So this is after the date has happened. He goes, hey, blank. It was really nice meeting you today. Thanks so much for the hot chocolate this morning. I'm not really looking for anything right now. Sorry if that's disappointing to hear. I know you're not looking for friendship either, so I don't think this is going to work out. All the best. So, you know, all in all, it's disappointing, but that was a pretty nice message to send. She could have just been like, yeah, dude, no. Thanks for the coffee and all that. Hashtag used and abused. But I'm going to take off now. But she was super nice about it. You know, she's just letting him know, look, I don't really think this is going to work out. You're looking for a relationship. I am not looking for a relationship. All the best. Let's continue. So he does continue. He goes, fair enough. I liked your innocent ways, which is just like the creepiest start to a message. You seem like you'd be fun to play with in a certain dynamic. So he immediately went from, you know, seemingly being nice to her, and I don't know if there's any messages that went before this or anything. I'm assuming not. But he went from being super nice to her, being like, look, let's go for a coffee, to straight into, he knows he's not going to get any anymore, so he's just going to shoot his shot right now. So, yeah, anyways, let's continue. So he goes, oh, well, it's your loss, ultimately. You know, letting her know that he is the nicest guy that she would ever meet, and, you know, clearly a sensational lover. Continuing again, he goes, "You might think I deserve better than you or something, but that's just not the case. I do like your ways. I just wish you'd have more of that. I just wish you'd... Oh, I just wish you do more of that." I don't know what he's going with there. I do like your ways. I just wish you'd do more of that. I don't know what he's going for there, but you know what it is? It doesn't matter. Basically just saying, you know what it is? We're both... We are looking for the same thing. You know, I know you think that I'm looking for a relationship and you're not, but you are looking for a relationship and I am too. Or we can just bone and get it over and done with, because I'm fairly certain that's where he's going with this. But continuing, he goes, "I guess we're not looking for the same thing. I told you what I want to do. I assumed that you wanted to do." So, I can't tell if by that he means do the deed, or if he genuinely is, you know, thinking that they both wanted a relationship, which, again, clearly, given the message, which, by the way, as I said, this is the last message she sends. She never sends another message back, and God help her if she did. But yeah, apparently he thought that they were looking for the same thing. And again, he is just sort of arguing with himself. But hey ho, let's continue. He just goes full send. He goes from 0 to 100 real goddamn quick. The next message he sends is just, "I like it rough, and I like to be the daddy." Maybe I didn't make that clear enough. But anyways, if that's not what you want, then good day to you. What a chivalrous, fedora tipping man this guy is. Going from, I think maybe we don't want the same thing, that's super sad, to I like it rough, I want to be your daddy. And like, maybe I didn't make that clear enough. Like, what was he thinking? Did he think like if he went to this date and was like, "I want to dominate you, I'm gonna be your daddy, you're gonna be my good little girl, you're gonna be my bitch tonight," that she was just gonna be like, "You know what it is? I thought it wasn't working out, but I was wrong. You're the one. You are the one for me." And then just sends one of those emojis, because why the fuck not? And then he goes, "Unless, of course, you wanted something in return. Maybe you want to see my office," which I'm not particularly sure what he's talking about there. Maybe he's been watching too many Brazzers episodes, because I don't get what he means by maybe you wanted to see my office, but hey ho. Continuing, he says, "Personally, as I said, I'm not looking for anything serious, but I want to have some fun with you," which he has made abundantly clear. In all fairness, he clearly wants to have something with her, and I don't think it's going to be a relationship, but which I'm fairly certain is what she figured out. I don't know if he was creepy or not on this date, and I don't know if she genuinely just wasn't looking for a relationship, or she just realized that he was clearly looking for something else. But yeah, obviously she cut it off. So he goes, "We don't actually have to have sex. You could just give me head." Shakespeare couldn't have wrote a better line than that. "We don't actually have to have sex. You can just give me head." What a man. Like, I like how she didn't reply to that and was just like, "God damn, you're so right. Your daddy, okay? You like it rough, and you don't even, you're so kind. You don't even want to have sex with me. You just want me to suck it. Yes, thank you so much." And then in the end here, he finally ends it with, "Anyways, only joking." He just guys, make me choke. He's just went through a whole one-sided conversation of trying to hype himself up, and then just turns around in the very end there when he realized he's not getting a message back, just being like, "By the way, I was only joking. Like, I didn't actually want any of that. As you said, you hate people. So there's no point in pursuing any kind of relationship with you. I'm sorry that you've gone through a lot of trauma and that you want to take it out on other people, if that's what this is." So he can't just see that she clearly just doesn't want a relationship with him. She doesn't want a relationship in general, and that's that, and that is fine. Like, it happens, and she let him know pretty, like, he must have thought that she was the goddamn one to go through all of this. And now apparently he's just telling her she has trouble. This is like, oh, what's that? There's a pickup art, Dimitri the Lover, the pickup artist. If anyone's ever seen any videos with him, Jesus Christ, it's the funniest thing ever. And, you know, he has that sort of machismo, manly man Musk, where he's basically telling the girl, like, oh, you know, I am the perfect man, and all of your friends were jealous because, you know, they didn't get me, and I chose you out of them. And even if they tell you that they're not jealous, they are goddamn jealous, all right? And then midway through it, he's just like, and by the way, like, you haven't called me yet, and I'm gonna, if you've got, like, problems or anything, or if you've got, like, anxiety about it, I don't want to know. But if there's another reason as to why you haven't rang me, then, you know, give me a call. This has that same kind of energy. The guy's just like, clearly, you've been traumatized in the past, and you are taking that out on me, the good guy. Again, once again, us good guys lose. And then he just goes, I'm gonna go ahead and block you now. So, guy went through a full-on one-sided conversation with himself, went through a whole bunch of different emotions of basically saying that they would be perfect together and their ideals line up so perfectly with each other, to then being like, I mean, if you didn't want to have sex, you can just suck it. Nah, I'm only joking. Anyways, I'm gonna block you now because clearly you have trauma. So I don't get it. Maybe I'm just too self-aware for my own good. I always have been, but how can you text somebody like this, especially after going out on a date with them, and expect them to just be totally cool with it and just be like, yeah, that's fine. Like, you know, we were perfect and you clearly fucked up missing out on me. The trauma you must be going through to miss out on a chance to go out with this guy. Goodbye. I'm gonna block you now. It's insane. He went through like every emotion ever. But yeah, just flicking through Reddit, I saw this, and again, it is Reddit, so there's a chance that this could be faked by somebody. But if this is real, Jesus Christ, man, people need to learn. I just don't understand where it comes from. How do people do this and not look back on it and think, yeah, maybe I shouldn't send this text message, or maybe I shouldn't act this way, unless he's freaking downed a bottle of vodka or something, and now he's just, you know, all that drunken stupid's caught up with him, and this is what it's led to. That is the only thing I can think of. Oh, this guy's genuinely just an absolute creep. But yes, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and these little rants that we have about looking at these weird creeps who just clearly have no self-awareness whatsoever. But yes, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.